Hi, I'm Annie,
And I'm Danny,
and
and
this is
we're
oh,
big.
I said this is,
Okay.
and we're
We're
big
big and
and greedy.
greedy.
One day we're gonna get that imperfect symphony.
When the day we reunite IRL is the day we get it.
I'm so excited for in-person eppies.
We need
We're
to
gonna have
we
to be
need to figure out our
soldiers.
stew,
Yeah, we're
our
gonna have to
stew
make a
setup.
stew and also get time to record because we talk for 3 hours.
Yeah, and also we job full, so we mad job full. So we on
Danny's
our
for sure
Zoom.
job full. I'm still working on being job full, but that's okay. We'll
No,
get
like we're job full sisters.
a job full
So
sister. Okay, Danny, do you want to start us? We have two jobless of the week because when do we not? Danny, do you want to start us with the first one?
yeah, so the first of the week is like a collective, and it's gonna be everybody that didn't get an Olivia Rodrigo Stanley Cup today in the drop. Couldn't be me. Stay safe. So if
Yep.
you guys are not living under, or if you guys are living under a rock, you will know that Olivia Rodrigo released a collab with Stanley, and there's these like beautiful cups, and they're like $1 trillion. Honestly, like it's
100. Yeah.
a little embarrassing how much I dropped on that, but you had to sign up through like EQL, which I've used before for Croc drops. Because I wanted to try to win ranch Crocs and I didn't, and I got really upset that I didn't win them.
Girl.
Anyway, it's used to like weed out bots. So allegedly this was a rare drop, but it's not that rare because I've seen approximately 1,000 TikToks of people saying, "Guys, I got it!" Acting like you just won the damn Super Bowl or got a 1600 SAT. So,
I literally think like no, 7/8 of everyone who signed up got it.
yeah.
And that's I actually conducted a TikTok survey, but I'm not TikTok famous, so I got approximately 3 responses.
That's
Let's check.
more than I would have gotten. I would have gotten a lot of viewed, not a lot of comment. So,
We got one person got it. This one girl, she's on my comment section. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. So if anyone wants to give this girl a cup.
and like I will say, like, I did lose my no Stanley streak for this cup. And like honestly, I think it's kind of worth it because I've been in the market for a nice cold little cup. Also, all of my friends have it and it fits in their cup holders. And my baba is a little too big for the cup
Your
holder.
baba, holy shit.
That is what it's called colloquially. Um, this is my baba, right?
Your baba is
She's a
also
little
huge as
big.
shit.
She's also old.
Yeah. Let's say you're pulling up to a corporate internship. Which one would you pick to bring?
See, this one is giving like more sustainable because I've had her since before the COVID-19 pandemic, but I understand your
Yeah.
concern.
This is giving like my name is Brinley and I wait outside of Starbucks at 5 a.m. to get the new like no, Target at 5 a.m. to get the
To
new
get the
like Target
Starbucks.
Starbucks Stanley.
But like my thing is like when I go on the subway, it's gonna be sloshing around. And I'm not ready to lose that straw because I will. I know I will. I lose everything. So
I'm about to cave and get one of those like Stanley accessories because when I have also it sucks when like I'm walking through the city because I got like my phone in one hand, my fun drink in the same hand, and my Stanley like and like
triple
I don't know
fisting.
something else. It's very
Yeah.
inconvenient. But anyways, we got them. We got
We
them.
got them. We got them. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about us. Okay. Thank
How many
you.
Stanleys are to your family's name at this point, Danny? Like how
Um, Granted, I'm in a family of eight. One of them will be finding a new home. I'm trying to give it to an Olivia Rodrigo fan. I will not be scamming them out of the price. It will be what I paid for it.
really? I'd add like $10 at least. Or like
I
20.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, I need some good karma. I need it to come back to me in the form of like literally anything else.
The Sunny Angel, New York, the New York Sunny Angel.
I found out that the lady held them in the store for me and then just didn't know that I was the person that she talked to on Instagram. And I was wanting to cry. I literally was almost in tears. But it's okay because she said that she'll help me get them. So
I look like the Scream painting. That's so sad. That's so
I
sweet of her.
I
Oh
know,
my
I
God.
feel so bad. She's literally, guys, go to Anime in the West Village. The sweetest customer service you will ever find. I'm telling you guys, please go hype them up. Go send
Uh,
I'm sending my minions to their store.
Hop
I
on Yelp, leave a good
hop on
review.
Yelp. 5 stars. I'm literally gonna I'm gonna write so many good reviews when I get my little Sunny Angels. Hopefully this good karma will get me some NoahCon tickets.
God willing. If y'all have free tickets you want to give to Danny,
Yeah.
drop it in the
If
chat.
you're a Universal Music group and you really want to support people who like your record label, I think that's your record label. Hit me
Mhm.
up whenever you want, honestly.
HMU. Also, I will say this is not a conspiracy, but more like Stanley is good at marketing because I know they had 50 million Olivia Rodrigo Stanleys to give out, but they were like exclusive drop and they made you commit to buying it. You put in your address, your card number,
Like
and
your
you could
social security number at this point. Like,
yeah. And people were freaked out about like, oh, I'm not gonna get one, so I'm gonna make my boyfriend and my sister and my da-da-da sign up.
I
So
did that.
now, so now you have like 50 Stanleys to your name, and there's not even a point to resell because like everyone except like the
Mhm.
jobless few have one. And it's just I think it's really smart, but I low-key like I feel duped. I'm glad I was about to make my mom sign up too.
No,
We
I
would
feel
have two
duped.
Stanleys.
Yeah, no. Like, I'm glad that my mom wants one and I'm glad my brother wants one because selling 3 Stanley Cups is just not in my not in the
Full-time.
cards for me. Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
full-time job.
I was really actually shocked when you were like, I'm gonna try to get the Olivia Rodrigo Stanley because like I feel like you've resisted the Stanley culture so
I
much.
have, but my friends put me on at home because their water is always crisp. I hear the ice clanging in it 24
Wait,
hours later after our sleepover. Me and my Baba, we're tackling life together. So
bah bah. And
she's
also,
popular. She's well loved.
she's so cute. I love her.
She has
I
a
really do.
Phoebe Bridgers sticker that's a little gone.
She's faded. I also think we with this we do not support people who buy 60 Stanley cups because then it goes from environmentally friendly to just overconsumption and ruining the
Yeah.
environment. So
Also, stop packing your Stanleys. Stop packing them. Stop putting Zins in the container and clipping it to your bottle. Stop putting like Fritos in it. Like, stop putting a Ben and Jerry's pie. I don't want to see you disrespecting the Tonight Dough like that. We've already been over this. Those flavors are sacred. I don't want to see it in the middle of that tin container. What is it?
have you seen
Stainless
that woman
steel.
who puts the cane sauce like in the in like
You're a
dips?
freak. You're
You're
a
a freak.
freak. Because I
And she
know
has
you
like
would,
a pom pom on it covered in cane sauce.
like, I know you drink out of that afterwards. You take a big ass gulp, and I put that horseradish just at the fucking bottom.
Oh my God. Well, maybe like when we get our OR Stanleys, we can fill them with Wingstop Ranch and just kiki. Just have a grand old time.
Stanley, we need to have a Stanley party.
No,
Bring your cup.
no jobless Stanley-less people allowed. We actually have a second jobless of the week as well. I'm like itching to talk about this.
Oh, take the floor.
Yas. Okay, the second jobless of the week is Alyssa Violet. If you don't know who Alyssa Violet is, I don't blame you. But was she on Team 10? Or that's Tessa Brooks. What was Alyssa Violet on? Was she friends with Logan Paul? Guys,
I
I
wish I knew. I don't know. We're gonna insert the
yeah,
information
editing
here in
Danny's gonna put
post.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in post.
I know she knows the Vlog Squad because this whole thing is about her defending Jason Nash. So
Who was our original jobless?
wait, this is so
Full
poetic
circle.
and beautiful.
Full circle.
I'm gonna fill those who aren't like in a cave scrolling through social media all day in. Like I get it. So basically Tana Mojo, who I've really been in the Tana Mojo like crew these past few weeks, like I've really grown to love her. I used to not like her for various reasons, but I've really admired her progression as a person. And she made a funny video about which literally basically what we were saying, I feel like what the whole internet's saying. She was like, at least I'm not Jason Nash. Like,
Yeah,
at
I'm
least I'm not
pan
Jason Nash
panhandling for money.
to feed your children. You are doing TikTok live to feed your children. Go to Indeed. Go get a job. Go work at Panda Express. Like, you go be employed.
Download LinkedIn and connect.
You know what you could
Connect
also
with grass.
you could sell your multi-million-dollar mansion and move into a nice four-bedroom home. And you could use the money from the sales, girl. You could sell your cars. Like we're acting like this is the only option. I haven't even gotten to the part. So basically, Alissa Violet, as the jobless woman she is, stitches Tana and is like, Tana, I just think this is disgusting to bully on the internet, to be rude to, these are not the exact words, but basically to the effect of like, I can't believe you're hating on this man who's just trying to feed his family. Like he has to do what he has to do. I hate like bullying on the internet. But then she turns around and is like, not everyone can sell butthole pics on OnlyFans like you can to make $1 million. First of all, do you think that's an insult? Because like I would kill to make $1 million from a pic of my hole. Are you
Oh,
kidding?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Because no
That
one
would be
wants to see
amazing.
that. Because no one wants to see mine.
It needs
No
some
one.
maintenance before it could be put on the markets.
It was like, don't bully. And then she bullied. So Tana's just like gag city. Is just like what's going on. And then Alyssa Violet like took it down and then she posted on her Snapchat on her TikTok, like I took the video down, but I put it on my Snapchat if you want to know more. And then like she just posted the video to her
The
Snapchat, which also
24-hour platform.
stay mindful, y'all. Snapchat pay is the social media that pays the most for creators to post. So that's why Khloe Kardashian. Have you seen Khloe Kardashian Snapchat?
No, I refuse to look at it. I
She
see it
posts
all the time in my recommended though. They post all the time.
105 like photos and videos on
Like
average
I
day.
they faces code me why nobody gaff. Because guess what? I'm not getting paid to post on my private story and it's premium content. I should be getting millions. I should be making more than
Oh,
Jason Nash does on his lives for the content that I produce out of the goodness of my heart for a select audience.
I agree.
What are
And
you
then
doing on this platform?
also I need the third jobless of the week, the people who get on a live and send people money. I need to know who these people are.
That you're using mommy and daddy's Apple Pay to
No,
send
literally.
people roses. The fuck?
And like, okay, it's so funny because everyone on the internet is so mean, but on lives, everyone all of a sudden literally becomes Oprah. They are literally giving people millions upon millions of dollars. They're sending their roses. They're commenting, "You're so beautiful. Can you mention me?" And I'm like, what? I'm so confused. I thought everyone here was sad and mean and broke. But all of a sudden we open our pockets for Jason Nash.
You
Hmm.
need to like after a while, like it's your responsibility, like as a viewer, to deplatform someone. Stop joining his lives. If you think that he's acting like a freak, don't send him money. Keep it in your own damn pocket and use it to go buy yourself a sucker at the store. Like, I don't
Sucker, a lollipop.
know. Stop.
Buy groceries for your family. I feel bad for Jason Nash in the sense that somebody lied to him and told him that showing up on a 20 something's vlog for a few years would guarantee him financial stability. Who told him that?
Yeah, like sir, I don't know about that. Also, like YouTube and like social media in general is still so experimental. Like we always seem to forget that. And like every time an influencer, I can make this a segue, by the way. Every
Mhm.
time an influencer says, I'm gonna pack up and make it big, you know damn well that that's not gonna happen. And this brings me to our next point of discussion, which is the hawk to a girl.
That
Because
was
let me
Danny, that was such a beautiful transition. Like that was so beautiful. Yeah.
because let me know why. First of all, I hadn't even seen the video until
No
like 2 weeks ago because I'm not on freak TikTok. The only TikTok I'm
free
on
talk.
is on Mouse Pay. Mouse Pay and John Pork TikTok. Okay?
You're on a different type of freak talk. Like that is
I'm
freak
on
talk.
Freak Talk. But this is Freak Talk because it
Mhm.
was some Barstool video, which I fucking hate
I hate
Barstool.
Barstool. I
Sorry.
hate them
Also,
too.
Dave Portnoy, I have a problem with you. I can't talk about it on this live, but I have a lot of problems with you that we need to sort out. So I'll say that for today, except for your dog.
We'll put up a
But
picture of
anyway,
the dog for sure. Yeah.
Miss Peaches. But I have a problem with the Hawk Tuah girl because, like, I guess she was on a man on the street interview and she starts talking about giving head, which I'm like, okay, whatever. Everyone talks about it. She says a joke that I'm sure I've heard approximately 500 times before. Every man on the internet says, this is revolutionary. We need to make this woman the poster child for what women should be. I saw on Facebook Marketplace a car fragrance thing with it on it, with a picture of a girl giving head. It says Hawk to a spit on that thing. I'm not even joking. And you know why I saw it? My brother, my young, impressionable brother, found it. Yep, yep. Let's think about that. I go to the boardwalk, Hawk to a shirts, Hawk to a hats. And what does this girl say? She goes on a podcast. She says, I'm going to LA and I'm going to be an influencer. I don't know your name. I do not know what your name is. I know that you said one thing on a Man on the Street interview, and the people that interviewed or made the video are equally jobless because now they're asking for credit in the New York Times, which that is freak behavior. Nobody cares about who you
You
are.
freak, Bob. You're literally
You're
freak,
literally
Bob.
freak Bob. But I'm declining your call.
No, because okay, it's hard because okay, I think that this is such a bizarre thing that's gone viral. I literally do not, I think I understand the internet and then something like this happens and I'm just like, what the hell? But on the
Yeah.
same coin, I see a lot of people being like, it's not even funny, like, fuck her, da, da, da. It's not her fault that it went viral. Like, she did not
No.
choose for the joke to go viral. So for in that, like, I don't like the fact that this girl's getting hate. Like, I feel like it comes from a place of like maybe a little bit of sexism. Like, women aren't funny.
Yeah, it's also not like the fault that it's not her fault that it landed among a very particular audience that doesn't know how to take a joke and is
Mm,
very, very misogynistic.
yeah. Yeah. But also, like, I also don't understand, like, she went on stage for Zach Bryan. Did you see that? She went on stage and sang with Zach Bryan after the
Did
I'm
she
not gonna
sing?
talk to her. Yeah. It was she didn't really like sing.
Oh,
Yeah, but she went on like she made a okay, so I need to speak on this because she I think she also missed her window of opportunity because she didn't have like TikTok or big social media.
yeah, she should have like
Yeah.
gone on that.
So like it took her a few days and then all of a sudden she's posting and it's like she went to the Zach Bryan concert. She was like VIP. Everyone was asking to take pictures of her. Everyone was asking her to do the thing. I hate doing it. It makes me uncomfortable. And then
Mhm.
like
We can
man,
bleep it out.
oh, Brianna Chicken Fry or whatever.
Uh,
She's another one of Barstool's cronies. She
yeah,
interviewed her, and I believe it was like backstage at the Zach Bryan thing or like before Zach Bryan. And then yeah, she went on stage and I think she sang Revival with him, like the All Night Revival. But I
yeah,
so wrong. And then also I'm
that
seeing
sounds like it makes sense.
yeah, I'm seeing these comments. This one comment is killing me. It's this like fucking like 50 something. This girl single-handedly took down Pride Month with her video. This is what a real American looks like.
You single-handedly destroyed all the gay community by talking about sucking on a cock.
You know who sucks on cocks the most?
Gay
Gay
people.
people. Gay men.
Gay men.
And you know who does, just gives head in general? Gay people. Because, they don't have as many options as some of you straight people out there. Not as many things to fill and things
Memes.
to accept. So,
Oh my God. This episode's gonna get like a bleep, bleep every 5 seconds. Oh my God. I'm gonna
I'm
have to
so
put like
sorry.
we're gonna have to like content warning 18. Sorry
This
guys,
is
some
the
of you
situation.
can't watch this video.
If you're not 18, you're not allowed in. But also, my
Poison.
question is I don't understand what men think is slutty and what they think is classy. Because, like, imagine if a girl, like an alt girl, did that. Like a more like like thick eyeliner, red hair. She identified as like a liberal. She was from like New York and she's made that same joke. Like I feel like she'd be getting so much hate. They'd be like, this woman's such a slut, da 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 da. Da. But since it's this like she's country, she worked at like a factory before this, which so a rumor spread about her being a teacher and getting
I
fired.
heard about that. Like, why are you
Completely
making up
false.
lies?
Yeah. She grew up, I think, like Tennessee, like she was blue collar. Like, so even though she's making a joke about, like, her whole brand is making a joke about giving head, she's so classy. She's the right person to get famous. She's a representative of America. And I'm just like, I feel like this is so obviously just like a display of how biased, like, people are. Because it's like, if that was if she didn't look like how she did and she wasn't from where she was from and she didn't have that southern accent and she wasn't conventionally attractive, like I feel like it would have gotten a very different response.
I agree. I think people just like kind of project onto like whoever they want to
Mm-hmm.
be famous, like that they believe is an extension of themselves. Like people like this audience that like resonated with it, obviously they're gonna like uplift her because like, oh, like she's just like who I see like around, like, like she's like their type, I guess, like because they want to like fetishize it after a certain point. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's so much what it is. Because like if you think about other people like get famous, like I'm trying to think of like a trend. Like Brittany Broski, like when Brittany Broski got famous, like so many people that like are her fan base now are people who like maybe are not like they're like fangirls, a lot of them, or they're like women that are like maybe like a little older, not like old, but like, like in their 30s online, like on the internet, or like they're
Old
like plus
hags, yeah.
size,
Kidding.
old hacks,
Old
old people,
hags.
like not the target demographic of like TikTok, for
Hmm.
example. Like it makes sense. Like you identify with who you want to be famous. So like I just think that she found a really bad niche on the internet, which isn't her fault again, but I'm just
No.
like, I don't think she should be going to try to go to LA and be an influencer when like I feel like
Yeah.
no one really knows anything about her as a person yet. And like I think like she needs to identify herself more.
I saw a TikTok and it was like, here's proof that like the Hawktua girl isn't gonna go. I believe her name is Haley. I'm not. We'll have our team fact check that. Like here's the reasons I don't think she's gonna be famous. And they brought up like a bunch of old trends that last like people who blew up and it lasted for 6 months and now you like. Do you remember the glue hair woman?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine like I feel like she wanted to capitalize off that and it was gone. Do you remember It's Corn?
Yeah, I did
Gone.
not like that trend.
No, me neither. It was a little obnoxious. The kid is cute. The kid was wonderful. Y'all messed it up. It was
Yeah,
your
it was millennials. Sorry.
so just like all these like this is gonna be one of those like 3 month things where it's like and then it's gonna
Mhm.
be gone. And I I mean I hope it doesn't mess with her ability to be employed in the future. But then again, if she's working like maybe in more like a hands-on blue like a factory industry, like because she worked at a spring factory, I don't think like they care if you're the Hawktua girl. So I think she'll be okay if it all goes down in flames. I just hope she's not going into like debt over like moving and hiring management. Like, and I hope
Yeah.
also people who blow up like this, they don't know what a contract entails when getting a manager and stuff. So I really hope that like she has people that she really trusts and like a good legal team. So she doesn't make any mistake she'll regret. Like this is not comparable, but like I think of like Taylor Swift and how like she was like what 17 when she signed a contract that basically like signed away the right to her music and like she was just so small and she's from this small town and like she wasn't a huge artist at the time. Well, she was blowing up, but like she didn't know. So I feel like that still happens a lot where like people are just like what could go wrong? And there's a lot of people who want to manipulate you and who want to get credit. Like even like the Barstool people, I could imagine them going to her and demanding a cut of the money she makes through that, even though it was
Yeah.
her creation. She didn't come up with it. Like we I feel like I've heard that one before, but still like it's her thing. It's her brand. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, it's so easy to get taken advantage of. Like everywhere, and also like intellectual property is like such a like you don't want to play around with that. So hopefully
Is she gonna
everything is okay.
trademark Hawk Tuah?
I have
That's a
no
Taylor
idea.
Swift move.
That is like I don't even know because like if anything, any content she makes like in the future, like anything that could be considered her intellectual property, like they could try to be like, well, we gave you this platform,
Yeah,
we're entitled to it. Like I don't even know. I don't know if she even has like social media now. Like I haven't seen again, I'm not really on that side of the internet at all. So I don't know.
I fell
Best
down
of
a bit of
luck
a
to
rabbit
her.
hole last night. Yeah, I mean, like, it's
Mhm.
definitely not gonna last long, but you know, if she wants to ride the wave, have a good time. The one thing I am preparing for is for her to make a statement about her politics, and I'm not looking forward to it.
I don't even want to think about that.
You know what? Have you heard about the Claudia Conway stuff?
Well, I know about her from 2020, but did
Mhm.
anything recent happen?
Yeah. So basically, she was on a
Oh
podcast,
God.
and I don't know who the creator is. Like, I don't know. From what I can tell, the host of the podcast maybe leans more conservative. Um, if that's not the case, we'll check that. But basically, Claudia was talking about how she was kind of forced in to being this like liberal representative, leftist representative on TikTok, and then said that she's now leans a little more like conservative, especially when it comes to LGBTQ issues.
Isn't she gay?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
don't really understand that, but
Yeah. And just like what is that? And she wouldn't give a lot of details like what are you conservative about? And I don't want to make assumptions, but I feel like when I see a conservative LGBTQ person, they are often either like lesbian or gay, and they are maybe not for um protection of trans people.
yeah, I
And
feel
to
like they
that I
tend to be
say,
turfs.
yeah, and to that I say, learn your history. Like, learn your history because trans people have been at the center and the forefront of the LGBTQ movement, and they're part of the reason that you're allowed to live out as who you are. So I
Yeah.
hate when people are disrespectful about that. That's why it's so important to know your history. Like, literally, just like read a goddamn book. Like, I literally,
Yeah.
ooh, and I just hate when people get on the internet and they're like, I'm entitled to my own beliefs, da, da, da. And I'm like, that doesn't make you less stupid. You're still
Yeah, like
dumb for that.
you're just dumb and you're just like a bigot. Like honestly, like I hate when people like make their platform like again, like regardless if you're forced to have a platform, you need to understand like the communities that your content is reaching and the people that are resonating with your videos. And I think it's really presumptuous of you to then use your platform to invalidate their existence, which like again, like is a big problem that like I have with like J.K. Rowling. Like
Oh, girl.
you write a book about a boy who is not normal, and then you're gonna get mad at people who like are LGBTQ that resonate with your book, and you're gonna be like, well, you don't deserve to have rights. You don't like trans people are not real, da, 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 da. But Dumbledore was gay because you think it's a trend.
It
Like,
makes
don't
me,
isolate your audience.
no, literally. I know it's like you're doing it to yourself because I also feel like people want back to like people, you can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too or whatever. Like, you cannot be like pro gay and then be anti-trans and think those two things
No.
like live in harmony. Like that's not a thing. Like you can't pick and choose what parts of the community you want to keep. Like,
Yeah.
you
Also
know,
has
like
nothing to do with you.
no. No. So I just and once again like she did not say specifically, but I'm making an assumption, but uh, based on my observations that I think that's the most likely what she's referring to. But then again, she didn't say it. So, but I doubt she'd be like, I'm more conservative. Like, I don't think gay people should get married as she is not straight. So, I don't really know what the situation
Yeah,
is.
that's so weird. Like,
Hmm.
I, it's really like frustrating that like she would maintain that kind of like this and be like, well, I'm conservative. Like, because I feel like you're just proving the conservatives that like hated on you, right? In a way where
Hmm.
they're like, oh, like you were just stupid in 2020 when everyone was having their quote
Yeah.
unquote political phase, which like I hate using that
I hate
as a
it.
way to describe 2020 because I think that like you should always be politically aware. And also I think it was just a time where people really did not care about what other people thought because like you were in your home, like you were literally isolated from everyone else and like you had the time to learn about social issues and like care about them because like you didn't let anything else get in the way. And like I think there's literally nothing wrong with like embracing things that you believe. Like I
Hmm.
it's really upsetting that like she would go back on
Totally.
things that she thought, especially things that are like human rights issues. It's not like political issues. Like you leaning conservative should not change your opinion on the community that you belong to, I feel like. But I
I
don't know.
totally like yes, yes. Back like elaborating on that 2020 thing, I definitely think that like I was kind of like infographic reposter. Like I wasn't I cared a lot and I was super emotional about a lot of social issues and I didn't know how to, convey them in like a well-spoken manner. But I hate this like notion that because we were younger and we maybe didn't understand how to like express our feelings, like it means that like we were just like idiots and like just so like woke mob. Like I think we were learning and I think it was a time like you said we weren't thinking about really anything else. Like that was the only like we had nothing else going on. So obviously you're going to become more absorbed in politics. And it was a very like political and like social movementy. That is such using that as an adjective is crazy. But like that the
It was a
time
politically tumultuous time because it was an
yes,
election
and
year
an
and
emotional time. Yeah.
mhm.
So like I hate being like, "Oh, I was such an idiot." No, you were a kid who was scared and you wanted to help. You know what I mean? My sister just my sister just sending me a text saying, "Are you going to talk about Freak Bob, John Pork, Roblox Chicken Nugget, and Mouse Pay on your podcast?" Because okay, it was the 4th of July. I was engaging in 4th of July activities. I was on a lake, and Danny texts out of nowhere, out of nowhere to one of our group chats. Who wants to be Freak Bob, John Pork, Roblox Chicken Nugget, and Mouse Pay for Halloween this year?
um so one of my favorite video genres on TikTok currently is the Freak Bob Pay, Mouse Pay, John Pork, Steve Beef, um, Roblox Chicken Nugget, I guess does count in that genre too. I like that series. People just go to a
Series
random store and they print out pictures. I'll insert and they ask people, "Do you take mouse pay?" And it's a picture of an AI mouse on an iPad case, and they're just really funny. And like I just think they're hilarious. And like I keep watching videos of like Lester Holt like saying that John Pork died. Or like Jimmy Fallon pays respects to John Pork. It's an AI thing. And it's just funny. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry that I have the humor like a 12-year-old, but at least I'm not laughing at like Skibbity Toilet. Like, I think that this is humorous. And people are making songs about freak.
humorous.
People are making songs about Freak Bob. There's also extra Freaky Bob Pay. That's just naked SpongeBob. I'll insert pictures. But I just think it's so funny. And like, I've spent the last 2 weeks absolutely dying over these videos because
Danny sent me like
I
50 videos.
just think they have so much heart. And
Art is crazy. Oh
um,
my
I'm really trying to keep it together. I love them and like it's really in an indescribable way, and it's an immeasurable kind of love.
I will say, okay, I've been loving Brain Rot. You know the marble races where it'll
Yeah,
be like a song and like
yes, and it's the 20th century fox, not like us.
oh my gosh, I just saw They Not Like Us marble race between Joe Biden and Taylor Swift.
I saw that one. I saw that one. No, I love the Taylor Swift one versus the 20th century fox one.
This is terrifying though because like They had Taylor Swift say the N-word because it's in the song, and it didn't sound like Taylor, but AI is gonna get so advanced that they're gonna
It sounds
be
like
able,
it.
yeah, and these celebrities, these poor celebrities,
They're like,
um,
I did not
they're gonna
say
be
the
fighting for their goddamn lives. Oh my God,
I'm
yeah.
actually like I I love those videos, but like real talk, like I'm actually like terrified of AI because like some of the AI songs, like that one of Olivia Rodrigo singing I Hate It Here sounds so good.
Yeah.
And it sounds like she's singing it and like there are a lot
Mhm.
of people who use AI for harmless activities, but I don't even want to know what the dark web is doing with it.
No, I do not.
I'm a little horrified of that and like
Terrifying.
I also with like video and like pictures, like generative AI too, like no
Megan the
thank you.
Stallion, she's right there actually. Megan the Stallion, she got leaked, but it was her face put on a like sexually explicit video that wasn't her. And it
That's why
like
deepfakes are so scary.
it's terrifying. And like if someone who's like has like maybe like like is able to differentiate like AI from reality, like could probably if they looked at the video could tell, but there's a lot of people who just trust whatever's on the internet. So they saw
There's
that on their like X, Twitter, whatever, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, Megan Thee Stallion is leaked." Like it's it's terrifying. It's scary.
yeah, also like I feel like older people on the internet. I I watched like a Danny Gonzalez or someone video, or maybe it was Curtis Connor,
Mm.
like talking about AI because like parents on like Facebook or grandparents they'll just like anything and it'll be like the most terrible picture of AI and it's like look what my son made and it's like a robot drone that looks like a cat and they're like wow like so beautiful Timmy it's
We need
clearly a
to find
fucking
screenshots
drawing
because it is
yeah
crazy.
no it's crazy and like there are people that just can't differentiate I don't know I would say that I'm good at it just because like I have a background in art so like
Mm.
I know when something's like very clearly real and something isn't, but like some people just like don't have like that eye. And I think like that's really dangerous.
Yeah, I've had this conversation with my family a lot. When like our grandparents were growing up, like that kind of like boomer generation, they were like two sources of news. You could trust the news. Of course, there was always gonna be like uh unreliable sources of media, and there's always been like there's that's always been a thing. But it's kind of just you were taught like you read the paper in the morning, you watch the news broadcast, and you trust what you see. And like I think as the generations go by, we're more being told like you actually can't trust everything you see. And so what like boomers and like Gen X who are like, nope, yeah, Gen X, no, yes. Gen
Mhm.
X is like the who
Yeah.
are on like Facebook and stuff, they just believe what they see because they're like, why would someone make that up? Why would someone lie to me? Like I'm supposed to trust the news. If someone claims to like be telling the truth, like why wouldn't they be telling the truth? And I feel like we're a little more skeptical because we've especially after like the whole like 2016 election, like it's we've totally realized like you can't trust every source of media and you can't trust what the internet says. So I definitely think it's also like a bit of a generational divide, but also for that, like kids, they don't understand either. So like
No.
they cannot differentiate like the crying cat.
Meow,
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 meow, meow.
meow.
Meow, meow, meow,
They think
meow.
those like AI pictures of the fat cat's like wife dying are real. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're rotting our brains.
Yeah, brain rot, like it's funny to a certain extent, but it's also like horrifying and like I've talked about this like at length with my friends, but like I miss like the way that like the internet used to be and I miss like I just feel like we've regressed so much. And like as someone who like literally their job is to be on these apps, like it makes me like really upset 'cause I'm like
Mhm.
I just like I wouldn't want to grow up right now on social media the way that it is. Like I'm very grateful that I didn't have to and that like I was able to like grow up at a time where it was still like very like primitive,
Yeah.
if that even makes sense. Like it was like
I
very, very, very different.
I miss a time on the internet where like the only lies I believed were like the fake like Reddit stories and also like the
Yeah,
like Instagram's deleting in 20
in
minutes
20
unless you
minutes,
repost
tag
this and do
and
hashtag
tag
save my account.
Instagram. Yeah, tag Instagram and get them to fix the app. Like, I miss that stuff. And like,
I miss it.
or like when people would say like 2012, like the world is ending. Like, oh my God. Like,
Oh,
things were so much
what a
easier
good
back
day.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Also,
again, oh, I feel like it sucks because like I'm so like reminiscent about those times, but then it's also like I think there was so much that we also didn't see. So like, but I do think it's at an all-time awful, like worst
hmm
time ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I get so overstimulated. I'm constantly overstimulated just because, like, I can't unplug. Like, I want to be able to unplug, but I can't because again, it's literally my job. And, like,
Yeah.
it's such a weird thing. And, like,
Hmm.
it kind of makes me upset at the same time because I feel like it's so intertwined with, like, everyday life that I'm like, how do I leave this? Like, because I'm like, okay, it's becoming a professional, like, stepping stone for me, which, like, I'm very grateful about. Like, I'm never going to be ungrateful.
Hmm.
Like I can't believe that I get to do this. Like I'm very lucky that I'm also good at it. I don't know. Like it's an acquired skill, but I'm also like, how do I leave that? Because like it's become
Yeah.
such like a necessity in our life. And like I don't think it's sustainable. Just like how like influencers, like that's not a sustainable career path. I don't think working in social media is because like just takes so much. It really does. Like you have to be so adaptable and
Because like,
you can't leave your work. It
hmm
follows you everywhere.
yeah, I feel like if you're like running like a company's TikTok or something, you could come up with an idea and it could literally stop trending by the time you execute it. Like you have to be so plugged in and ready for things to just like change in an instant. Like we could wake up tomorrow and John Pork could be gone. Like he could be
He's
gone.
honestly already gone. Like
Yeah.
I'm just harping on it because I think it's funny. Yeah, no, like trends are crazy and like I think with like YouTube and things like that, like there was more time because like with YouTube, like the production quality was a little better. It took a lot longer. Like with things like BuzzFeed, like their videos took so long to make, so they were
Totally.
viral for longer because people were like
Mhm.
savoring it, I guess. Like
Yeah.
I miss like that. I miss like the more intentional like content making. Like, I really miss YouTube. Like I could talk about YouTube for so long. Like every single channel, like Seven Supergirls, like everything.
Oh, yeah.
I
I that's
love
why I
Seven
love
Super.
podcasts. It's like with a podcast, you have to like wait out for a weekly upload. This is not even me mentioning us, but like you don't get that immediate gratification. Like you have to wait. You have to like sit and wait. Whereas like influencers, like you take it almost for granted because you can just
It's
scroll through.
daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
And
insane.
because it's not normal to consume that much content. Like I think that's why our attention spans are absolutely cooked beyond repair. Pharrell
What?
Williams is doing.
The Lego biopic.
Of course,
I'm
you know.
so excited. I'm
My
so excited.
coworker told me about it today and showed
No,
me the trailer.
I barricade ran that trailer. I saw it the day it came out. I'm so excited.
I
Doesn't it
love
look
the
good?
Lego movie. I
I
love
love the Lego movie. People need to stop hating on it. It's so
it.
creative.
Guys,
and
because it's
beautiful.
it's so nuanced because it only gets better with time and also like as you grow older, there's so many more jokes that like are just even funnier and like you understand more. It's so funny. Like I that it is honestly, it's a shame that it's not my letterbox top four because it is a masterpiece. And I can't believe it didn't win any awards.
It's
It that
so
makes me mad.
good. The animation's so good too. Like the Lego animation. Oh, it's so satisfying.
The voice acting, like the characters, like oh, I
Mhm.
love that Lego animation. I think it's really smart that he's doing that because it's something different and new. And also, like, if you don't want to have to cast someone to play your younger self, or like, like if you feel like if you're like, I want to voice it, like I want to be it, but you can't like look like a young Pharrell Williams because now you're like, I know how old he is. It's kind of just like, what if I just
Be
was a voice
yourself though.
actor
Like,
and I didn't have
what if I was
to?
just a Lego? Like, also like biopics. Like, I'm tired of biopics. I have biopic fatigue. I've talked about this at length. Like, I'm excited to have something new, and also like
Yeah.
it looks so cute. And there's so many like big rappers in it, like people that like
Mhm.
helped shape his career,
There's also
which
a
I think
Snoop
is like
Dogg
so interesting.
Lego. I'm so excited. I'm so
There's
excited.
definitely gonna be like Lego sets that are released for it. Like I'm so excited. I don't know. I just love a good Lego. Except I used to get like very heated when I was building the sets because if I messed up, I would be very upset.
Yeah, I was no architect. Like I struggled with the Legos. I was a big
Mhm.
Lego Friends girl.
Me too. I was just about to talk about Lego Friends. I had like this big ass set and it had like all the little things. And one time I
Yes.
was building the hair salon, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
I remember I had the vet, which was a hard build.
That's
And then
cute.
also we had Olivia's house and the beach
Mm.
house. And the beach house was
Ooh.
a little trifling for me. Like I literally would make my dad and sister make everything. Did you have Playmobil?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Because you had to construct that too. And I would argue it's
Yeah,
harder.
why would you have to build that? Like the pieces don't look like they're meant to be built.
Exactly.
I had a Bible themed Playmobil set. Yep.
Oh my gosh, so did I.
Wait, which one did you have? Because I had like the
It was
Nativity.
it was the nativity.
We had the same one, girl.
I remember I
I still
found
have it, I think.
A Mary Playmobil in my big bin and
Yeah,
being like,
dude, the little Jesus is so funny.
yes, the little that is
He's goofy.
so
I also have a
crazy.
little people nativity set.
Love
I love little people. Did you see
so
that little
funny.
people has like a
Wait, the little
collection?
like plastic things? Like the
Yeah,
I got too. I got a little people nativity set and you
that's
put the
and
angel
it
on top
sings.
and
You
it
put
plays
things on
music.
top and it plays music. But I also had a Hanukkah one. I'm not Jewish.
Wait, actually that's so funny.
My mom wanted to immerse us in other cultures. Little
Sorry.
People has like a collection now, and it's called like Collector, and they have like TV shows. Like they have Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they have Ted
Oh,
Lasso,
oh yeah, they have
they have
Schitt's
The
Creek.
Notebook, they have Schitt's Creek, they have The Office, they have I think Friends probably, and like they're mad cute. Like they're so cute,
Aw.
and I love them.
I have to ask you, okay, did you watch The Office?
Yeah,
Okay,
like multiple times.
did you watch Parks and Rec?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, because I'm gonna say something controversial and I don't gaff. I still think it's funny. I still think both of them are funny and I still want to rewatch
Yeah,
them. Okay.
Parks and Rec is one
Okay.
of my favorite shows. Like, I love Ben and Leslie so much. Oh my God. And Jim and Pam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I love them.
I like, I think they're funnier than I loved Friends, but I think that they're funnier than Friends.
Yeah, I actually never watched Friends, which is crazy. I think
It's good
I
for
have,
the nostalgia.
yeah, I have a laugh track aversion.
Yeah, no, you're real for that. The
Like,
laugh track is painful in that one, I will say.
but I do kind of want to watch it because I see like random TikToks being like Ross and Monica. I don't even know who the people are,
I
but
love Monica. It's good. I love NBC's sitcoms. Like them and like Fox used to be banger sitcoms. These are bigger sitcoms. New Girl. Like when I miss when Fox was like
Nick and Jess.
normal. I can not one day goes by where I do not think about that because I need what they have.
When the Lord song started playing, when I'm getting full body chills, when Green Light started
When
playing,
Greenlee starts playing and he grabs her arm and people were like, I didn't know they had chemistry. I saw it episode 1. And I didn't know. I watched it spoiler free, which is the most beautiful way you can watch it. I watched it in its like pure virginal form. I didn't know anything that happened.
I
Lovely.
didn't know about like because in True American is how is that what that's what it's called?
Yes.
I remember when he was like, because I didn't want it to be like I didn't want our first kiss
Not
to be
like
like that.
this. You are sick. If you wrote that show, I need you to pull up and I need to knock you the fuck out because my standards are terrible because of these shows. But
It's
I
your
I wouldn't
fault.
have it any other way. I would not have it any other way. Guess what? I was at work today. Entire the NYU TikTok page, my For You page, was all Jake Peralta edits from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Why? I don't know. Did I enjoy it? Yes.
Yes.
I watched every single one all the way through. I also loved Superstore. I don't know if you watched that.
I love Superstore.
I love America Ferrera.
I think I think it's just a rare case of like a show that started maybe a little later and like I feel like there was a like a sweet spot for like current sitcoms like when Modern Family was like really going. Um I can't even. And then like
In the
Superstore,
middle, I love the
I
middle. I love
love that
Suhek.
you love the middle. I adore Sue Heck.
She's me. Like that's my girl from day one. Like the
On the For
first day
You
I watched it with my parents, they were like, "That's you," and I was like, "Yes, bitch, it is."
on my For You page, the clip of her like getting her yearbook back with all the signatures in it came up. I started crying.
I can't. I love her to pieces. Okay, I love that show. ABC too. They used to have banger sitcoms, and you know what? They're making a resurgence because Abbott Elementary, amazing. I love that show. It means so much to me. But like,
Yeah. You know what
you guys
you know
used to
what
hit.
really signified a horrible change was a brewing when they went from ABC Family to was it Freeform? Do you remember that
Yes,
rebrand?
because they were trying to the Fosters. I blame the Fosters. Because guess what? I didn't watch it like ever. My mom did. She loved it.
I watched some of it. The craziest thing is, I think after a season, one of the actors couldn't come back. So
Yes,
then
because they changed them. Yes,
they
yes. And
changed
my
him, but they
mom,
acted like he was the same person.
that happened on Riverdale with Sweet Pea.
Oh my gosh, you're so
Yeah, it
right.
wasn't it wasn't Charles Martin the whole time. It was that guy that was Ross Butler, right?
Yes, that is like I'm like I
Like,
can suspend
acknowledge it.
disbelief, but not that much. Yeah.
Acknowledge it. Don't be a pussy. Okay, but
It's
like I love, oh my God, and the good we talked about the good place. I
mm-hmm.
can't talk about the good place.
Because I always go to a place of death and it's not
No, like
okay.
it's bad. But like one thing about a sitcom is that they're gonna have the best romantic writing on earth. And it's earth-shattering. Like Ben Wyatt, I'm gonna talk about Ben Wyatt because he is literally the best man on earth. Like I can't, like I need to like we need to stop pretending that he's not. But like I'm so like tired of pretending that the dating market is like normal. We need to bring back acting like real people
Mhm.
and
We need to bring
take
back
away,
asking women on dates and courting
yeah.
them.
Also just like being in the same circles as people and like meeting people organically and also just like doing what happens in TV shows but like in real life so that like it's not as bad and it's a little more enjoyable and less
When
painful and
will I
like
like meet someone in my dorm hall, like bump into them, and then there's a moment
exactly and you look
and you're like,
and
or someone sit next, say you're assigned to a random partner in like your class, and you're
your
like,
lab partner.
yeah, and then you have undeniable chemistry.
Good one
Oh,
thing
can we talk
about
about The
you
Bear
is
a little bit?
that's oh yeah
I finally watched the whole thing. Danny had said that season 3 was her least favorite. She loves all of them. Is that correct?
I do
Okay.
I love the bear.
Mhm. I would have to agree. I think it's a great season, as all of them are. I will say it definitely, I felt like there was a lot going on, and I've grown to love all the characters so much. So sometimes I was like, I kind of want more of this person, maybe a little bit more about Marcus and the death of his mom.
Yeah, hello, where was that? Like, I needed
Yeah.
more. I, the thing that I'm most upset about
Hmm.
is the way that like Carmi and Sid's relationship like regress. And like I understand that it needed to happen. I understand that it needed to happen. Don't come in the comments talking about media literacy. Trust me, I know that this season was supposed to be character regression for Carmi because like the point is that he's trying to deal with like the toxic environment that happened at his restaurant, how like he's kind of making his new restaurant into the same
He's becoming the person
environment
he
and
hated,
he's
yeah.
becoming the person he hated and that's happening to Sydney. But like I needed more complexity in that relationship. I'm sorry, because you cannot sit here and tell me that season two, the ending of season two where they're under the table, you can't tell me that that happened and then so quickly we went to this. And the thing that upset me the most,
Mhm.
so this is a spoiler. In one episode, Carmi's talking about his relationship with Claire, and he says that she's his piece or something like that. Who were you thinking about that stopped your panic attack in season two? Who were you thinking about? Because it wasn't Claire. Claire actually made you more stressed and anxious. You were thinking about Sydney, and you're gonna completely forget that.
And
Completely
Claire,
forget that. It goes out the
yeah,
window.
Claire was so irrelevant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
Like,
I love her, but like they wrote her terribly, I feel like.
I agree. She was just used as this like half-ass plot device.
Hmm.
And like, so when Claire's feelings got hurt, I didn't really care about Claire because I didn't know her as a character. Like, you need to convince me to care and feel bad for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she's like arguably like one of the more interesting characters because like I feel like they could do so much with her because like she's so detached from like Carmi's life. Like, they could have really
Exactly.
like done a lot with that. Also, like they have like a past because of like growing up together. Like I
Mhm.
wanted more of that, and I want to
Totally.
root for them because like clearly the show is trying to push them as like this is like the couple that you want to be
The
rooting for.
moment. Hmm.
I don't feel invested in their relationship because we're only looking at like little snippets of them now, and I'm
Hmm.
not getting any sense of like who Claire is as a person. I will
Yeah,
say though, the napkins episode, Tina is one of my favorite characters.
I love
She reminds me a lot of my grandma and my great grandma. Like she
her.
reminds me so much of my family. Cause like mi gente Latina, like let me tell you, like, but oh my God, tears, tears. Io Debris, you're amazing. It was
Mhm.
such a good episode. I think like that and Ice Chips, those two episodes were
I was
like
just about to say ice chips.
they were the best because like they were so real and it was just real dialogue between people. And like I think like obviously the entire show is so beautifully written. I think like the dialogue between every character is real. But like those episodes really stood out to me because like we were getting so much like context on the characters and their relationships and like it was contributing to them in a way that I thought was more compelling than like seeing what was happening with like Harvey and Claire.
Totally. I just like I know the point is to make the environment like stressful and crazy and but like sometimes I was just like I feel like there's not really a story happening here. Like you're just like I'm seeing like shit hit the fan every fucking night and it's just like I don't know, like I would have appreciated maybe some more dialogue, some more like just some more stuff going on, if that makes sense. I think it
Mhm.
was great. Like I'm so excited for the next season and I think Sydney needs to move on. It's
I hope
essential.
she does.
If she doesn't, I'm gonna be upset. And also, like, I don't believe that Sydney would stay quiet. That's my thing. Like, Carmi was horrible to her all season.
Yeah.
Sydney didn't say anything about it. And I'm just like, I don't really I don't think that's Sydney. I know she's not like she doesn't love conflict or anything, but like I feel like she has called Carmi out on his shit before. She quit once. Like she literally quit. So I didn't really
Mhm.
understand why he was making all the calls, being horrible to her, taking all the credit for everything. And she was just like, but maybe that's
Mhm.
because she's defeated. I don't know. Thank you so much for tuning in and
Sorry, that was a fire.
listening to
Yes.
us speak. Danny, anything to add before we say goodbye?
Comment, like, subscribe. If you want us to talk about anything in the next episode, let us know. If there's anything trending, send it to us. And we'll talk about it. If you have any recommendations for Jobless of the Week,
I love that.
send them
Yeah.
in.
If you have any silly anecdotes that you want us to give commentary on, like genuinely anything,
Anything you want.
anything you want. If you have a video or like a meme you want us to react to on our Zoom, we'll do that too.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Follow us on our socials. They'll be in the description below. And please subscribe, like, comment everything Danny said. And
Yeah.
we will see you next week.
Bye
Thank you for
bye.
watching.
Thank
Bye.
you.